Greetings, everyone! Hi! Hello, how are you doing? Anyway, we're getting straight to the point because people don't like it if you waste time. Welcome to the newest update of the Builder's Template, version 9? I'm assuming it's version 9. There's been so many versions at this point, I don't know. So, the basic concept of this entire world is to give you a miniature lab that's a 7x7 by 5, 7x7 by 5, full of all kinds of very unique and very useful blocks like lights, portals, hidden Minecraft items, just like this. Just like things like this. It also has some variations of shulker boxes full of command blocks, and of course, tools and gear that you may or may not need in your world. That's pretty much some of it. It's a very nice, very flat biome set in a flower biome area that is 80 blocks steep, if I remember correctly. There you go. See? 80 blocks deep exactly. And now, that's pretty much all you need to know about the world. However, if you're still here and you would like to see an in-depth explanation and review of every single item in this map, just stick around for another few minutes. Alright. Now, the few minute session, I don't even know how long it was purely in order to help the people who really don't like it when people take a very long time to explain the map. Hence why I was so quick about it. However, now we're going to move into the what is actually included in the map. Okay? So when you first load in, you're going to load in on this gold platform right here, and the lab will either be on to your left or to your right of you. Depends upon what the orientation is put you on this time. Inside, of course, when you first load in, you're going to find a book right here called Thank You. This is basically my saying thank you for downloading and how to load in the lab, which I will show you later. Don't ask why. There will also be the exact same book inside the lab as well. Every single barrel is neatly organized for convenience, of course. See, just like that. And all the items will also show up in the World Owner's Ender Chest. And we're going to start off with what's available for the command blocks. So, we've got a shulker box that has the chain command, structure blocks, repeating, and the rare one, which I don't think you can actually get anymore, but I might be wrong. And although I don't know how to use it, I imagine there's some use for it. This guy. That's glitched permanently into being a repeating block. But it still works. It also just looks cool. And then we've also got the God, quotations, gear kit, which will give you, it's like maxed out armor, effectively. Without being hacked in. The hacked in stuff's later. It also includes elytra, enchanted apples, ender pearls, totems for dying, and bottles of enchanting. Now, the reason why it has all this in there is so you can like grab this, throw it into your world, spawn on the wither, and just fight it. Or gather your friends and fight your friends with it too. That's why there's also the same thing with swords, axe, pickaxe, shovel, hoe, potions of regen, a shield, bow, and instant harming. Literally, you can jump into this world, grab your friends, gear up, and start killing each other if that's what you really want. I've actually done it a couple times, it's kind of fun. That's what this whole gear set is for, but it's also, why not? I needed something more, so why not add a little bit more? Then we got the Forever Lights, which has glowing obsidian, a furnace, smoker, and blast furnace. The cauldron used to do it, but not anymore, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because it was really cool. Either, at any point, these guys, unless you update the block specifically, they'll stay on pretty much permanently. Unfortunately, I think there might be a bug fix of this involving if you reload, I think it actually turns them off. Really sucks. But it's still a pretty interesting thing to have. And then we've also got the portal blocks. Nether portal, end gate, the end gateway, and then the end portal gateway. Which is like this. And a warning, the nether portal and the end portal both function as intended. If I went inside of either of these right now, I would get teleported to the nether and to the end. A side note though, these blocks are pretty broken. Even if you've got you can't make custom portals with it, because that happens. Used to be you could, and not anymore, unfortunately. But who knows, maybe one day. Now we've got the more interesting part of the entire map. One in particular keeps breaking. Oh, and I forgot to put it back. Anyway, let's head over to the more interesting part, which is this. The hidden Minecraft items. Now, we are missing one or two, unfortunately. I don't know where they went. But we've got blocks that I'm not sure, but these two might be Bedrock exclusive only, but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, we've got the Allow block, Deny, Reserve 6 title, which is just a question mark. Didn't used to be, though. It used to have its own dirt green texture. Jigsaw. Info updated. Reactor core. Stone cutter. What is that one? Oh, that one didn't keep its name. The update 2. This was Frosted Ice, but... So Frosted Ice comes from when you're using Ice Walker boots. And it'll produce this ice, which melts almost immediately. That's what this was. And it melted. Almost immediately. This one's more of just a, hey, I have this type of thing. And we've also got this dude. I don't understand it. It likes to break every now and then. It's called Cocoa. And if you break it and place it, this is what it puts down. And it does grow, but it also is very, very fragile. It likes to pop off. Another thing we have is this. Bamboo... Oop, okay, that's an accident. Okay, next on our list is this. Now this might look like a normal item, right? Maybe if you're not entirely familiar with like how bamboo is supposed to look. I'll like grab a piece so I can show you. So this is bamboo. This is what it looks like when you hold it. Typically, right? This is like what it looks like. It looks like a very big green stick. And then over here we've got bamboo sapling, and look at it, it's a riddle. Let me put these together. Big riddle, big riddle, big riddle. And different orientations. Is this useful? No. Is it fun? Yes. Now you can run around with your friends and say, oh, look at me, I've got a mini bamboo stick. Whee! And then we also have the lava block. Very, very useful to a point. Of course, actually, you know what? We could try to fix it. Let me try... There we go. This will place a block of lava. It won't be... Now, here's the trick. If you update this block in any way, like, say, breaking underneath, it'll turn into a flowing lava block. But unless it gets updated, all it'll do is just sit there. So you could literally just go H. Oh. See? Once it updates, they all do. The same thing goes for these bubble columns and fire. This, you can literally have a handful of fire. My favorite. You could probably trick your friends. It also, if you place it down, it sets on fire too. So you can like place it down and poof. So I don't know what uses you can really find with it, but I think the item itself looks pretty cool. Get those out. Next we have the water block, which is just like the lava, but you know, the water version of it. You put it down and it's just this. Once you update it, there it goes, spreading and making a mess. It also looks really cool for you to hold in your inventory, but it's also just mostly a, hey, look at what I have. This is a really weird looking block, ain't it? I don't understand why it's silver, but it is. It also just looks so cursed in the inventory. And don't forget, we've also got the bubble column, which will only work or show up, unfortunately, if you have water. Boop. You need like multiple bits of water. Hang on. Am I making a mess? Yes. Oh well. There we go. Now we can see it. So, you know, it makes the bubbles in the water, but it only works in the water. Other than that, it's mostly just an entertaining item to hold. I mean, just look at this. This looks really nice. You can also play around with the bubbles on the thing. It looks kind of like a pair of eyes. I like it. And then we've got these guys. Now these ones, I feel like you could make some pretty interesting patterns with. I mean, look at this. Hang on, let me try putting this... What? Socks? Anyway, let me try putting this... Can I have it, please? Oh, that's not what I wanted. You could make all kinds of interesting, like, designs and features for it. Especially, like, say you have, like, that there. You put down this, and then plonk that into there. And bloop! Look at that! Look at that little design! It's a design! Yes, yes. I like it. It's cool. Unfortunately, it uses item frames, but you know what? It's cool. And we've got one for each wood type except for the nether woods. I couldn't find that one. We've also got the piston arm collision, which is, again, a really, really cool looking block. Unfortunately, unlike the sign, which places down a sign, the collision doesn't seem to actually do anything. But hey, you could still make an interesting design with it, though. Like, look at that. That looks kind of like a miniature cannon or something. It's going to get launched at you. Light blocks, depending upon how strong they are, depends upon how much light they'll produce in your world. I suppose we could have added them to the lights over there, but they're not exactly forever lights. We've also got redstone dust, which in the inventory is red, but when you hold it in your hand, it looks a little weird. I guess it looks like string. If string looks like this. Why doesn't string look like this? That would make more sense than the spiral we have. We also have barrier blocks, and this one, a structure void. What's the difference between a structure void and a barrier block, you might ask? Pretty simple. So a barrier block, you know, it's invisible, but you can't walk through it at all. It's like a solid block, but invisible. A structure block, on the other hand, a structure void specifically, is a block you can place down and walk in, walk out. I'm walking in and out of it, and it's, you know, like this. You can walk in and out of it, you can place signs, you can place item frames. See, just like that. It's like really useful for certain like hiding spots and stuff. Then we've also got the NPC spawn egg. If you don't know what an NPC spawn egg is, you know, you can spawn NPCs with it. You can change them, you can make them say dialogue. They have some interesting skins. Very interesting skins. This, on the other hand, is probably one of the things that took the longest to do. This is my attempt at... what's the word? This is probably one of the most interesting things we have, at least to me. It also took the longest. So this book was made after Technoblade died. Like, I think I started working on it the night after, as a way to respect and remember him. Every single one of these pages has a quote that he has said, specifically. And I'm not gonna, like, show you all the pages. If you want to see all the pages, go ahead and download it and all that. Okay? Over here, now this is probably my favorite. Don't get me wrong, that's really cool. That took forever. But this box is just hilarious. You see, this shulker is called the Cursed Box of Random. And let me tell you, there's some pretty cursed things in here. I'm talking like Staying Toasty Blaze Rod that gives you almost permanent fire that gets constantly burning you. Or Magic Death Cookie, which slaughters you instantly. Or, yet again, why? You ever wanted to kill your friends with a piece of concrete? Now you can. Although I think my favorite is to Space and Beyond, but be warned, if you use this, there's no coming back. It will take you like 20 minutes to fall back down. There's also the Accursed Dragon. Do I even work? Which is like, I don't even know if that actually functions or if it doesn't know. Of course, our Cursed Witherhead of 32,000. The Creator's Skull of 5,000. Creator's Wings. Creator's Boots. Seeker's Sword. Yeet! That one's fun. Of course, if you decide, you know, you can like if you get annoyed at your friend, you can throw them across 1,000 blocks. However, if you really get annoyed at them, I would highly recommend using the Banishment Shard. Because the banishment shard will send them into the other realm. And of course, for the love of piglins, don't ask. I don't even understand this one, honestly. I don't know who or how they gave fire sharpness, but they did. And I didn't make these. These were just things that you're kind of just found or made by other people in various worlds. But, like, yeah, there's a lot of fun you can have with them. Unfortunately, although the bottle of enchanting has infinity, 1,000, it doesn't actually do anything. But it's funny. Moving on to banners. Well, this time I've given you a collection of banners that you can use in your world for, like, signs and stuff. And if you ever want to, like, make, like, custom colored ones, all you really have to do is just follow the pattern. So you see how for number 2, it says Black Chief, White Lounge, Black Benson, Sinister, Black Base Fest, and White Border. All you have to do is follow those. Really? Anyway, all you have to do is follow those, and just in that exact order, and with whatever colors you want to use. And you can just recreate all of them. As you can see, we've got all the way from, we've got some symbols, exclamation mark. This is supposed to be a question mark. I tried, okay? It's supposed to be a question mark. Plus, minus, comma, whatever that one's called, and period. And we've got all of the numbers from 9 to 0. And they look pretty good comparatively. I mean, yeah, the 5 looks a little janky, but it's banners. What do you expect? And then we've got the entire alphabet. I will say V, and U, they look a little too similar, but I can't do much about that. But other than that, we have the entire alphabet in banners for you to replicate of any color you want, or just use as is. And don't forget, this thing, you can literally take it, you can grab a hold of it, carry it over here somewhere, load, lab, and plonk. There you go, right there. Just like that. You can also do the full capitals, lab. Don't forget, if you take away this one, it won't go on the ground. Just do that. Oh, that was an accident. But that's okay, because it's pretty easy to fix. I go over here, select save, go back over here. Plunk, just like that. Nice and easy. And you can put these things anywhere. You can put them, you can even put them 1,000, well, you can't put them 1,000 blocks, but you can put them at world height. And they'll work. And every single one of the ones I just spawned will have every single item just like it's supposed to. And if you ever have issues or, like, excuse me, I did not touch you. And if you ever have issues with the world itself, just let me know. Especially since this world, it's not just like a basic flat world. I don't know if you can see it, but my Y is currently not 80. And if we dig down, all the way, until we hit Bedrock, oh god, this is gonna take a second. Until we hit Bedrock, which is actually really useful depending upon the type of builder you are, you can build under the bedrock, which looks cursed as all hell. But this world is literally half stone, half dirt. Why? Because I could. And then... Now you might be like, why though is it a giant abyss down there? You see, the problem is, in order to make this world, the biome that it is, for the entirety of the world, by the way, like, no matter how far you load in chunks, it will always remain the same flower forest. If I grab some bone meal, I could show you that no matter how far I go, it's gonna spawn flowers. I don't know why it's only spawning poppies, but there we go. But, yeah. As you can see, no matter how far I go, it's still spawning flowers. I think the generation for flowers might be broken though, because it is supposed to be spawning more than that, and it is definitely set in a flower forest. That's why the water is the color it is, especially on Bedrock Edition. The color of the water indicates what kind of place it's in. But no matter how far you go, it is going to remain in the exact same biome. I suppose another indication that it's definitely a flower biome is that it's the only biome where bunnies spawn, like, all the time. So although I'm not really sure why it's just spawning poppies, maybe it's just some weird little bug thing for the generation itself. But either way, it's pretty cool. And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much all there is to it. That's the map, that's the update thing. All we've really done is like add some new things, fix the terrain generation a little bit because we were having some issues before, and give you a proper explanation as to what everything does. Other than that, take the world, do with it what you will. Like, you can build on it, you can make anything you want on it. If you do use it, I would say go ahead and credit me for something, but like, if it's not really a major thing, I don't care. I built this not for myself, but for like anyone who needs this thing, because like, let's face it, trying to build a map on a world that's like, what, 4 inches thick? No bueno. I hate it. That's why I've always used this ever since then. But that's all I have to say. Enjoy the world, have fun with it. If you have issues with the download, just tell me. If you have issues with support itself or any of the items, just give me a heads up and I'll try to help you any way I can. Bye!